see. I don't know if it's morning or afternoon right now. I think it's afternoon. So good afternoon, beautiful people. Um, I come before you because something is weighing really heavy on me. Yesterday, on my way to church, was on the Metro. That's our subway system here in Baltimore. And as the train pulled into the station, I ran because I like sitting in the first car because I like to witness when the train leaves the tunnel and goes up where it comes from underground and goes above ground. I just like that. I'm still a little girl at heart. I have my little girl things that I like to do. It's little things that make me happy. Anyway, so as I get onto the first car, as I stepped onto the first car, the first thing that hit me was this really pungent body odor. And I was like, wow. And as I sat down, I was thinking to myself, why I don't have my spray. And then I was teasing myself, that's what you get because you wanted to sit in the first car, and now you got to deal with this. And so I sat down, and I was like, wow. And as I got onto the car, there was this guy. It might have been me and him the only one in that car, but anyway, it was this guy in a wheelchair. And from the looks of him, it looked like he left the hospital AMA. And what AMA basically means is against medical advice. He had his little hospital bag. He still had the hospital gown on. And from the way the hospital gown looked, it almost looked like he didn't have anything on underneath. I mean, I didn't look too hard. But, man, he was lighting that car up. It stank. It stank really bad. So, I have to thank God right now because the old Darlene would have had my nose stuck up in the air and, like, what's wrong with him and why he on my car and all that. That's how I used to be. But yesterday, it just, like, it bothered me. It bothered me. And as I'm talking about it right now, I'm kind of tearing up because it just really bothered me. Like, the whole way up there, I ain't gonna lie. First I was thinking, well, maybe he'll get off at one of these stops. And I don't have to deal with him all the way to my stop. And look, listen how selfish that sounds. I don't have to deal with him. But how about some mess he obviously was dealing with? So anyway, we get to my stop. I get off, and as I get off, I'm gonna call it nosy, but I'm a very observant person. I observe a lot of stuff that people don't see, and I've been told that I'm very observant. So as I got off and I glanced at him, he only had one whole leg, and the partial leg, the end of it was exposed, and the skin didn't look all that good. And I looked at his little hospital bag, and he had his head hung down, and it just grabbed my heart. And as I got on the platform, I started crying because I was like, God, what is going on? Like, what is his situation? Like, where is he going, and what the hell is going on? Like, it's just too much of it in this world. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I went on to church, and as I'm walking, I'm thinking about this man, and I'm praying, and I'm just like, God, like, I get in church, and we in the middle of praise and worship. And I couldn't really participate in praise and worship because I kept thinking about that man, and I was crying, and I was trying to raise my hand and praise God and trying to sing, and I was just a mess. I was a mess, and it just really bothered me. So, like, I came on here to, like, put it before you guys. Like, I know I'm not the only one that see these homeless people out here looking a mess, looking a hot mess. And it's so sad that some of them, they so ashamed of themselves, they can't even look you in the eye. And then you have the other ones, God bless their heart, they'll tell you God bless you, and they'll smile and speak to you. And yeah, it's a lot of them out here on drugs, and some of them are like me, they don't want nobody telling them what to do and how they live, so they think they living. You ain't living, honey. You I don't even think you surviving. Like you just there. You existing. You existing. But God didn't mean for you to live like that. And so I thought about it. Like, the homeless people really be on my heart. But I be thinking, like, well, what can you do? Because you can't group them all in one box. Like, it's some of them that really want to live that life. They think they living that life. Because, like I said, they don't want nobody telling them what to do. They don't want no responsibility. But in reality, there is a responsibility. Because when you wake up in the morning, it's put before you, how am I going to live my day? Where am I going to eat? Where am I going to hang out? If it's rainy and cold, where am I going to stay? If it's really hot, where am I going to stay? Because it's hot out there. And some of them, am I going to even make it through this day? And so, like, yeah, you still got responsibility. You might think you don't have responsibility, but you do. And then we got the mental people that have mental issues. Like, some of them, they just don't know. They don't even know. Like, when I left church, there was a guy sitting on the sidewalk, and I had a bag of cherries with me because I try to have something when I leave church that I could eat. I usually have some grapes and some cherries with me, and as I looked at him, I offered him my bag of cherries, and he just looked at me like he didn't know what the hell I was saying. And I'm like, my God. And I just looked at him again, and he just staring into space. It was like I didn't even say anything to him. And I was like, what is going on? And I said, you know what, God is trying to show me something, and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, but I'm on here putting this before you guys. Like, we gotta all come up. We gotta get together and come up with a situation, come up with a way to help our homeless society. And the reason I said that, yeah, it's nice that you have a place to live, you have a job to go through, you got your medication, you may have an income or whatever to pay your bills and such. But I'm gonna tell you, it just takes one little situation and you could be homeless too. I did my homeless time. I did 29 days of homelessness. But because of the fact that God blessed me with a brain and I have a level of intelligence, at the time I had a job, and my boss let me sleep on the job. At that time, I slept in the storeroom on my job. And I'm going to tell you, at the time, it was like heaven. It was peaceful. This woman could have lost her job letting me sleep on the job. And she put herself out there like that. But God blessed me. It happened to be income tax time, and I got my income tax time money and got me and the kids a beautiful apartment. A beautiful apartment. I furnished that apartment with $630. And that was a beautiful apartment. Now, the kids weren't homeless. They had a place to stay. But I had got out of treatment. And it was just time for me to gather my family back together and live a normal life, or somewhat normal life. But getting back to homelessness, like, yeah, I did the homeless piece. But I was out there, I wasn't stinking. And yeah, I didn't get a bath every day, but I wasn't stinking, I wasn't dirty, I ate food, I had a job. I was blessed. I was blessed, and God covered me. But it's some people, they become homeless and they they fall down. They fall down. And they feel like they can't get up. But we people that have a means, we need to get a bigger heart and help these people, because when we help them, we help ourselves. And I guess you say, well, how helping them going to help me? You may become homeless one day. You're going to need somebody to look out for you. So I'm just putting it out there, you guys. Like, we got to come together. If you answer this video that I post, come up with an idea, because what I would like to do is write a letter to the mayor and the governor and the head of Goodwill. Years ago, I think it was Goodwill. It was either Goodwill or Salvation Army. I think it was Goodwill Industries. And they did this big event down at the convention center, and basically they had services available for the homeless. Yeah, it was healthcare for the homeless. That was the name of the event. Like I said, a big event, and I participated in it, and it was really nice. Like, you was homeless, so you could come in there and see about getting dental, getting medical assistance, seeing about getting a home, maybe even getting a job. They had all types of services down there that you could apply for, and they fed you. It was a nice event. And so, yeah, I'm going to try to figure out a way, because I actually met the president of that organization. I'm still getting confused. I don't know if it was the Goodwill Industry. I feel like it was Goodwill Industries. It was either Goodwill Industries or Salvation Army. And I was impressed because he was a black guy. I have a picture of him and I together, because I was really impressed that our paths crossed that day. And again, I'm going to tell you, I was impressed that he was a black man. Very down-to-earth guy. But yeah, I'm going to see if I can find a way to get in touch with him. Like I said, the mayor and the governor. And you guys, I'm talking to you. We come up with some ideas to change this situation. Because it's just sad. Right now it's August. And even though it's still warm outside, people don't really want to live outside. You know, you find a little spot, and as I walk through the city, I see them in these little spots. Like, most of you laying on the ground, and I know me, I don't want to lay on the ground with a whole bunch of bugs crawling on me and crazy stuff. And it's just nice to get up and go in the bathroom and use indoor facilities, and you can wash your behind and all that kind of stuff. You know, like, yo, we gotta get better with taking care of each other. So, again, I put this before you, and I challenge myself. And we're gonna work this thing out. You know, it does say in the Bible there will always be poor among us. But I didn't see where He provided a solution. So maybe He just put it out there like, you know, it's for us to figure it out. And we're going to do it. You know, we're going to get better with this. So I just thank you guys. I thank you for your time. And I pray that you have a lovely day. You have a glorious day that is victorious. And believe that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you.